Gentlemen, beloved Joffre the Giant viewers, it's a bright, sunshiny day. The leaves are turning, the wind is blowing. I hope you can hear me well. And besides all this perfect peachiness, more peachiness. My new book is out. My new book is out. Well Met, Poems of Companionship, from Jovial Press. Really pleased to have this out. $9 on Amazon. I'm going to put the link below this video. If you're watching this on some other platform, the link will be near you. Highly accessible. Well Met, Poems of Companionship. This is about 15 years worth of my poetry, of the stuff that made the cut. So I'm not the most prolific writer. Having an editor is pretty awesome. So thanks to the folks at Jovial Press. But yeah, so I have formal poetry, which doesn't mean that it's stuffy. It means that it follows certain structures. And I have, kind of some more free verse type stuff in here. Some of it I think is hilarious, and I hope you will too. Some of it is designed to bring a tear to your eye. You don't have to laugh or cry, but I do hope that you will be enriched by it and find a little bit of joy in it. It'll definitely help if you pour yourself a beer or a whiskey. So, there are some Thanksgiving poems in here that I've written that I am going to feature for you guys over the next few days before Thanksgiving. Okay, so Thanksgiving is coming right up, so I'm going to read some of these Thanksgiving poems to you. But I thought that today I would read a couple of other poems. Please excuse me, because my daughter is calling me. See, I'm not even going to edit that out. All right, so let me read a couple poems to you guys. One is actually quoted on the back cover. It's called Manna and Quail. And it begins with a citation from the book of Numbers. Numbers chapter 11. You shall eat until it comes out at your nostrils. Manna and quail. Lord, all men must feed on words, and poetry is our grain. In a land that grows only wild rice, we ask for farms and rain. Give us limericks for the happy times and sonnets for the hot. Give us meter when the forecast's good, but free verse when it's not. Billy Collins is nice in the morning, Eliot's for the afternoon. Lewis or Hopkins are good with tea, Kipling with an immense monsoon. But, oh Lord, for your name and mercy's sake, never give us William Blake. If heavenly words are to be our diet, there's all sorts of poetry, and we'd like to try it. But oh, lest our menu be all of prose, please, please, Lord, please, let not our poetry come out of our nose. The second poem is written more or less to my mother, who died 10 years ago. There were two works of art that I really latched onto in the time shortly after my mother died. One was the album We Walked in Song by the Innocence Mission. And the other was a collection of poems by Susan Myers, who is a poet out of Charleston. As hackneyed as it may seem, it is in fact beautiful and therapeutic to write about the sad things in one's life. So this is called Waiting for Your Birthday. The best poems about mothers feature specific evocative episodes. For example, the time I wanted to eat the plastic fruit at the Orange Julius, or the time you sent me to the barber alone and I came back with a mohawk. But this is not a poem about you. It is about me, because I leave this here expecting something back. Which reminds me of being 8. On this day years ago, it was your birthday, and all the kids got new bikes. So, there it is. Well met. Limericks, haikus, sonnets about making pancakes, poems about sausages that are really about sex. Come on, what more could you ask for? A poem that is a history of a naval raid in World War II that secretly explains why some men wear Speedos and some don't. Of course you want this book. So hit Amazon or Jovial Press. Well met. Poems of Companionship. If you live in the area, we're having a book release party on December the 9th at 13 Stripes Brewery. But if you don't, and that's most of you, go pick this up. Thanks again for your Christmas, y'all. Peace of Christ.